Hi, Therapeutics here from ShortMeTina.com, TGIF, and thank you for being with me. I'm going to jump straight into a recap of the overall markets, touching on some of the things that I discussed yesterday, as well as analyzing one of my, I don't say favorite penny stock, but it's penny stock that definitely did well today. At any rate, so we're going to start off with the S&P 500, the SPY. It's a 2-year chart. We had a bit of a pullback today, off about 0.03%. You can see very light on volume to close at 322.85. Definitely make sure you check out that video I did yesterday on the SPY and the IWM, in particular the SPY, because I outlined why I think that this move has just started. And I outlined why I see the SPY potentially reaching anywhere from 370 to 400 within the next few months. And I also discussed the IWM. Granted, we had a bit of a pullback today. And I also discussed if it can remain above 160, how I envision the IWM at around 200 for 2020. So for me, I think there's still a lot of upside in the market. So before we get into some of the trades that worked for us for the past, that we actually hit our targets on, within the last you could say the last 1 or 2 trading week, especially being that the market seems to be unstoppable. I'm going to jump into, again, that penny stock that I spoke about briefly a few seconds ago. So let's go. All right, so ITRM, but before I get there, remember, if you want a little bit more color on why I see the S&P reaching around 400 and why I see the IWM at 200, make sure to listen to that extensive video that I did yesterday, December 26th. Anyway, so let's go over ticker ITRM. Huge congrats to the bull. Stock is up around 95% on the day. It's a daily chart. Let's just focus in on price action here. We closed at 475. You can see here, and I drew this red line here. That's actually the bottom. We can call that support. You can see we had that nice bounce off of that 170 support levels, or those lows today. We ran into resistance when we got as high as around $6.40. In fact, I would say we kind of surpassed resistance. Resistance comes in around $6. You can see we had that little bit of an overshoot today, going as high as $6.47 before pulling back to $4.75. Let's look at the hourly to see what that looks like. So if we look at the hourly chart here, you can see that the initial move happened like the first 2 to 3 hours of trading, and the last 2 to 3 hours we leveled out. Last 2 hours, you can see we had a decline. With confirming volume, we closed at 483. So we essentially closed near session lows on the hourly chart. So if you're long, you want to see if there's more damage to go, I'd pay attention to support here of around $4. If we break that, more than likely the stock will spiral down. All right, so that's my take on ticker ITRM. And let's switch back to the daily and talk about some of the stocks that I mentioned yesterday that I think still has room to run heading into 2020. All right, so I spoke about ticker PZZA. I really like this. Again, if you look at the weekly chart, right, we were in a decline since December of 2016, and I'd argue we broke out of that decline in 2019. So 3 years of decline, and we finally have a new trend. I always, in my experience rather, when stocks, right, once they form a new trend, it tends to spiral, not necessarily really quickly. All in all, I say that to say, look out for ticker PZZA. I think it's going to do really good things in 2020, and it's definitely a stock or a trade that we took in the premium member community, and it's working out for us really nicely at this point. Twitter, similar. Let's switch to the daily for this one, though. Look at the daily chart. We had that gap down. I don't always chase gap downs, but after a stock loses around 20 to 30%, it definitely has a potential upside. So we got into this trade once the stock kind of leveled out around here. It's performing nicely. Watch out for ticker TWTR. Then we have Peloton again, closed at 27. I know it's been under a bear attack, but you see this here. I think it's ready to reverse course. We've actually took this trade twice in the premium member community. Both times successful. I see this as a $40 stock. Make sure it's on your radar. What else? My beloved Snap. You know that I've loved Snap for a very long time. We're at 1603 today, but I see a scenario where we retest all-time highs in 2020, possibly going to around $30. So you're looking at a double, essentially, from this closing price of $16.03. Make sure Snap is on your radar, and JD. Also a stock that's doing well, but I'm surprised that it's taking this long to retest its all-time highs of around $50. But we're looking at almost a double here in the premium member community. When we first got into this trade, it was trading around $19.20. Another stock that we've traded several times, but the initial time was when the stock was trading around $19. Played support nicely. Stock bounced off of support here, and we took the chance that it would actually bounce off of support right there. Another 5 points or so. JD at 40 would mean a double for us, and even at 40, and that's my shorter term price target, $40. I definitely think in 2020, with this continued bull market, we can see JD trading anywhere at around all-time highs of around $50 or $60. So I really like it. Okay, so I am going to cap it there. So, Tina here once again from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed any portion of that video, do 3 things for me. 1, comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on the analysis. 2, ensure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel at ShortMeTina. I do videos daily. And lastly, right now we're hosting a 14-day free trading course. I've been trading for a very long time, over 15 years, closer to 20. We talk about a lot of things in that 14-day free trading course, including trader psychology. So if you want to learn anything from me, definitely head on over to our website, ShortMeTina.com. Sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for the support. TGIF. Enjoy.